Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to do my review of AEW's Rampage. Starting off the evening, we go to our first match of the night. It is Orange Cassidy versus Will Hobbs in a title eliminator tournament match. Number one, I thought it was a good matchup. It was a back and forth matchup between both Orange Cassidy and Will Hobbs, with Will Hobbs keeping the pace of the match. Will Hobbs was working on the injured ribs of Orange Cassidy, but Orange Cassidy ends up hitting a roll-up on Will Hobbs, pinning him for the 3, and your winner of the match and moving on in the title eliminator tournament is Orange Cassidy. Hats off to Orange Cassidy for getting the win in this matchup. Moving on from that, we go into a Tony Schiavone interview with Penta El Zero. But before Penta could say anything in this interview, FTR end up attacking Penta. They end up holding up the AAA Tag Team Championship, so it looks like there's going to be a little bit of heat and animosity here between the Lucha Bros and FTR, which I'm very much looking forward to. Moving on from that, we go into our next match of the night. It is Anna Jay versus Britt Baker. Number one, man, I thought it was a good matchup, back and forth matchup between both Anna Jay and Britt Baker, with Baker keeping the pace of the match, with Baker ultimately applying a lockjaw on Anna Jay, and your winner of the match is Britt Baker. A couple of things I'll say about this match. Like I said, this was a really good matchup. But number one would be Anna Jay, man. I think Anna Jay has a very high ceiling in AEW. Now, again, I have been crucial on the women's division of AEW. Obviously, it seems like they're really lacking depth, if you will, in the women's division on AEW. And I think if they were to add more names, it would really solidify this women's roster. Basically, what I'm saying is I want the women's roster to compete with the men's roster. I think it should. I think if they do that, it would be even more of a better show that we already get every single Friday and every single Wednesday for AEW. But Anna Jay, like I said, she has a very high ceiling. I think she has a lot of potential, maybe a possible future, AEW Women's Champion. Hands down, man. I mean, obviously, Brody Lee went out of his way to, add her to the Dark Order. Rest in peace to Brody Lee as well. So obviously, he saw potential in Anna Jay. And he was absolutely right. I mean, she has a lot of potential. She has a very high ceiling in AEW, and I look forward to what's going to happen with Anna Jay moving forward. But hats off to Britt Baker for getting a win in this matchup. Moving on from that, we go into our next match of the night. It is the main event of AEW's Rampage. It is Andrade El Idolo versus Pac. Number one, man, I thought this was a great matchup. Back and forth matchup between both Andrade and Pac, with Pac keeping the pace of the match. Andrade then pays a little homage, if you will, to Eddie Guerrero by hitting the 3 amigos on Pac. Andrade then hits a devastating slingshot DDT on Pac, and then Pac gets up, hits a avalanche brainbuster on Andrade El Idolo that looked absolutely brutal. Pac then hits a roll-up. Then the lights go out. Malachi Black is here. Malachi then attacks Pac. And then Arn Anderson is here. Cody ends up coming down to the ring and attacking Malachi Black as well. So, again, crazy matchup. And honestly, to me, seeing Malachi Black showing up in this matchup, obviously the wheels were turning in my head thinking that maybe Malachi Black and Andrade were working together. Obviously, they were both employed under WWE. Maybe this was going to be a new team or faction, if you will, with Andrade El Idolo and Malachi Black, which I think would be a phenomenal team and can definitely be future tag team champions if they were to be a team, hands down. But then you have Cody Rhodes. Obviously, there's still a lot of animosity and heat towards him and Malachi Black, which that storyline is still going on, which I think is great. Obviously, Malachi Black, and that whole situation between him and Cody, Malachi Black is definitely more of the babyface, it seems like, because the crowd is completely for what Malachi Black does. And then you have Cody Rhodes, where a lot of people now, he went from being a babyface to being almost booed out of the building. So maybe, just maybe, it might be time for Cody Rhodes to go from being a babyface to the Nightmare Cody Rhodes to be a heel. I think it would be great. And hopefully, with this whole thing going on between, Cody and Malachi Black, maybe we will eventually see Cody turn heel. So again, this was a phenomenal matchup. But as far as AEW Rampage, I always give these shows a rating from 1 out of 10. I'm going to give AEW's Rampage a solid 7, man. I thought it was a really good show. Again, match of the night had to have been Andrade versus Pac. They've had multiple matches with, each other, and again, continuously keep tearing the house down. And just where the storyline's going to go, man. Obviously Cody showing up, attacking Malachi Black, And the biggest thing was, why was Malachi Black there to help Andrade? Are they working together? Is this something where Andrade is going to set up Malachi Black, or vice versa? Malachi Black going to turn on Andrade and maybe attack Andrade? Who knows? But all I will say is, since Malachi Black has been on AEW, man, he's been on one hell of a tear since he's been with AEW, man. It's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. But this is my review of AEW's Rampage. I hope you guys are out there staying safe. Be careful, and remember, stay classic. Peace.